You are single, and I just have to think that you are bothered all the time by guys. Is that the case? Are people always trying to go out with you, set up a date with you? How does that even work in Hollywood, and how do I get in on this?
Okay. There is a new trend.
Okay.
There is always the bad line in a bar.
Guys try a line out on you?
There are bad lines in bars. But the newest thing...
What lines do you get? Because I know the lines that I used to try back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Okay, what was one?
I didn't know angels flew so low.
Oh.
My coffee needs a little sugar. Want to put your finger in there and stir it around for me?
I always appreciated, do you have a quarter? I have to call my mother and tell her I just met the girl I'm going to marry. Quarters don't get you a phone call.
That doesn't work in a cell phone era anyway.
I know. But the weird thing is lately... It's like on my BlackBerry. I get an email from somebody's agent who says, my client so-and-so would like to take you out. And I'm like, why? Because he saw my Uber retouched photo in Maxim? Does he know I don't look like that? Or you know, you get a, hey, someone would like to invite you to the U.S. Open. And I'm going, I'd love to go to the U.S. Open, but we've never met.
So that's very strange. An agent is sort of acting like a...
Agents are now apparently not only the people who make your deals, but they are now your matchmakers. So thank you to Billy Lazarus and everyone at UTA for my job and my love life, which hopefully is coming my way.
Right, but so how do you respond? So when you respond, when someone calls you up and says, and what if it's a really famous, cool guy, you know? What if you got a call and it's like, you know, I represent Conan O'Brien and, you know... You know, your laughing doesn't help that situation. You didn't help with the vocal thing. You didn't help... Well, anyway, we'll get around that.
Yeah. I don't know. I have not figured out how to respond to it. I feel as though to go on a date with someone, you should have met.
Right.
Because the only dates I've ever been on that have been setups have not worked out.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, it's been 5 minutes. Can I go now?
Yeah, you just want to get out of there.
Yeah.
Now, I have to ask you about One Tree Hill, because there's something... first of all, I can't believe this is the 6th season of the show?
Yes.
Okay. You guys did something that I thought was very cool. The show begins 6 years ago, and it's about kids in high school. Mm-hmm. And then you avoided the trap that every show that does that, like Beverly Hills 90210, they're about kids going to high school or Happy Days or whatever, and then the show's on for more than 4 years, and the kids leave high school, and they all go to the same college.
Right.
You know, they all go to, like, where are you going? I'm going to, you know, Mojo University.
I'm going to Tree Hill Community College.
Me too, me too, me too, me too. We're all in the same room. The show doesn't change. And you guys did a time warp where you just jumped ahead through college. You said, let's not even look at that. That's not going to be boring. And then now you're in the future. Is that...
It was really great for us because we had seen a little bit of, you know, when you look at Lost that started after the plane crash. And you flashed back and you saw where everyone came from. And we sort of thought, well, why can't we do that? Why can't we all be coming home from college or careers or everything after that very formative 4 years away from home once you graduate? And why can't we flash back and see where we've all been? Because it gives us a little mystery as actors, which after 4 years I think is a miracle. And it gives our audience a little bit of mystery because you can say, well, why is she doing this? Or why is this couple having problems? Or why isn't this couple together anymore? And it was great because not only do none of us look like we're 18 anymore.
Well, that's the big problem they had on 90210 is towards the end. Like Luke Perry was like in his late 50s. And
you are so much meaner than me. And
no, that's not a mean thing to say. He was saying things like, I can't wait to go to the prom, and his hip would fall off. And it was a problem for the show. And that's not a mean thing to say, I don't think. Let me think about it. No, that's a terribly mean thing to say.
Yeah.
Wonderful man. He served our country valiantly in Korea. Now, how you doing over there, Bob?
Yeah, I'm just fine. I'm just
you're
fine.
Good. Yeah. If only he had water in his cup.
Makes the show more enjoyable,
I'm sure it does. I hope you're all drinking at home. Well, the new season of One Tree Hill premieres Monday night at 9 on the CW. And thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Always great having you on the show. Listen to your voice. We'll take a break and we'll come back. The Spring Standards are here. We'll see you in a second.